Hello, people. This is Chess with Pawns. We're back for episode 5 of climbing to ELO 1000 on chess.com. Rapid 10-minute games. Last episode, we blundered the queen, and that did not go very well for us. We played 2 games, draw on the first game, and then we lost the second game. So currently, I am at 993 ELO because I played a game offline and I ended up winning that game. So we'll start off with that one. We'll analyze through that so you guys can see kind of what I did here. So opponent started with white. I was black. I did the King's Indian. I'm very comfortable with that opening. Kind of went through and I played pretty solid. He blundered the knight in the beginning of the game or the mid game. I ended up taking his bishop that was left hanging. Then I pinned that knight over to the rook and kept going. Attacking the queen, setting up my development. I really didn't have many mistakes at all. I found a lot of the best moves. He left his bishop hanging and then his rook hanging. I'm sure they got frustrated and then I ended up with the checkmate. So pretty good game by me. It says I had a 92.9% accuracy. My opening was 91.2 and my mid game was 92.7. So really happy with that game. Excited to play the next game. And then get that ELO up to 1,000. I'm working hard on this for the past few episodes. Well, since I started this series, and I think we're able to do that. So we'll get started here. See what my opponent's going to be, if I'm going to be black or white. Pawn with no name. I like that. Username. All right, so we are white. So we're going to play this London. Okay? We're going to be smart with it. And we're going to see it. We're going to keep up with time. Okay? It looks like they are going into maybe a King's Indian right away. So I'm probably going to switch this up because the King's Indian is just... It really goes well against the London. So I'm going to push this out. Kind of like a gambit. Move this horse up. So my idea is to get my pieces out of the way of these pawns. Okay. The reason I want to do that is because I'm going to attack this side with pawns. Okay, let's see. We'll move our horse or knight here. He's probably going to take this pawn, which is fine. I'll take back with the bishop and help develop that bishop. I might even castle queen side. So I can really utilize these pawns later on in the game. Alright, so he is going to pin my horse to his queen, which is fine. Now we can move the queen over here. And then I can put pressure on this pawn, which I kind of like. And then we also get a battery a little bit into the king. So we'll do this. He's probably going to move his pawn up. Oh. So, we have options here now. So, if I take, he'll take with his bishop. So we are going to take that. And I'm going to castle on the queen side now because I broke out my position. But he has trouble here. He has to fix. My opponent does. A pawn with no name. So he didn't. So I think he's trying to figure out how to trap my queen if I go in here. So his rook, his knight. I'm going to take here because it's a free pawn. I think he's trying to trap me somehow, but I think I have escape routes. So take that. Now he moves his knight here. Then I can go down here. If he keeps his knight there, I'm taking his rook. We do have this bishop that is very strong now because I have support of the queen. So what I want to do here, so if I move here, then my opponent probably will put like a traded queen, so that does not, I'm not ready for that. So I got a free pawn out of it. So we'll go ahead and move back to safety. Okay, remember the plan is to move these pawns up to break up this structure up here. This pawn right here is pinned to the king. All right, I'm going to go ahead and castle. And then that helps if he takes here. I could bring my rook into the game. She didn't. All right, so we're going to put this queen here. And then that leaves this pawn on a6 hanging. But my bishop is currently hanging as well. I got to make sure I know that. Okay, so he saw that his pawn was hanging. So I am currently up a pawn. Now I can trade a little bit of material here. Or let's see if I can figure out how to skewer him here. He's going to want to open up his bishop at some time here. Okay, we got plenty of time on the clock. I'm going to start pushing my pawns. I gotta remember that my bishop is hanging. Okay, so he's really protecting that pawn. He does not want to lose that pawn, which doesn't bother me at all. Move this bishop back to safety here. Kind of want to move this bishop out of the way so I can start moving these pawns up. Okay. So he saw a weakness on my side. So now that's still protected. Put pressure on this queen here. Got him out of there. I'm going to go up here. I'm really trying just to break up this position a little bit. Okay, so they want their king to escape eventually. Which is a good move by my opponent. I'm going to take here. Checks, captures, attacks. We got to check here. this horse into the game. So if I go here, I'm planning to go here to attack this. This pawn is pinned to this king here. But yeah, I remember my opponent has plans as well, or they saw my plan. So I can trade that as well, because his bishop's not doing much besides keeping that king in check. I can threaten the knight to move. And if I move here, the knight can go here and threaten my queen, which is probably what he wants to do anyway. So where does he take it? And then I'm going to have this little tactic here, I think, where I'm threatening, hold on, make sure I don't miss yeah, so I'm going to be threatening the queen. Queen can come down here now and take this pawn. Which he did. What I want to do is put him in check here. Can't take because of my castle. And then what we can do here is maybe figure out a tactic to win this game. So if I go here, it's check, and more than likely he will take with the rook. Then that would open up the line to go here, check. But after that, that's all I really got. He would have to move here, and then I can skewer the rook. Well, no, because then that rook could take my bishop. So we're not quite there yet. But he did move. His next move is probably going to be attack this pawn. I always get the feeling like there's something there, and I'm just missing it. Maybe I am, so let's see. Can't put check here because he'll just take. Put check here, he'll take. If I go here and sack this, he'll probably take with the king. But then I can have a discovered check by moving the knight. Yeah, let's just try this out because we're running low on time. See what happens. I don't even know if he's going to take it. It's kind of irresistible not to take that rook. But, okay. I don't mind them doing that. I think they had a better move. Then they're going to take here and force a queen trade, and he did it. Can't go here. I can go here though. Try not to trade queens. So now I have another check here too. King should not be in the middle of the board, I'll tell you that. Or try to put him back into safety. Okay. We're pretty safe here. I'm going to block that. So we have some things that we can do here. This pawn helps me a lot. Obviously, I can't move that pawn, depending on where he puts the queen. Still up on material, just I feel like they have a little bit better position. I feel like he's going to take, he can't take my rook anymore. Ooh. So he looks like he sacked his rook to put me in check. I'll take it. And he's going to move this rook over, which he needs to be careful. Okay. And then I'll continue to block it. Actually, I'm just going to move behind. Up on material, down on time. You know, we did break into their defense a little bit, and I think that was the goal in the beginning of the game. Now, the middle game got to us again. All right, so he takes it. I think I have a discovered check here. I do, but I gotta figure out where I want to put my horse for optimal value. If I go here, discovered check, or we're gonna spin my check again. Let's do that. Okay, he blocks it. And then now I can do a discovered check somehow again. That's probably his best move. We'll do this in hopes that he'll take it with the bishop, and then I'll throw my queen right here. And that's check. And that's check. We'll take that. Check. His queen's in trouble. Well, his best thing is to trade queens right now because I am down on time. And he notices I'm down on time. That's it. I'm going to lose on time. All right, lost on time again. So you guys know what your boy needs to work on. I felt like I was winning that whole game, honestly. Let's find out. I just couldn't figure out the moves. So you guys can see down here, up, down, up, down. A lot of blunders for all of us. All right, let's see it. Okay, so I kind of moved away from the London because I stuck with the main opening, but I noticed the King's Indian, so I wanted to fight against it the best way I know how. So I was winning. I made this move, which wasn't smart. Should have moved my queen down to here. Oops. So that was a good move. They blundered here. They left their rook open for capture, giving you a chance to win material. So show free piece. Oh, so I missed that whole. I missed it. So there's the middle game for you where I'm missing things. So that was a better way to block it. That was a bad move. I should have took what? Because the queen. Then I could have had them in checkmate. Well, not necessarily, but that was a better move. That was a blunder. Took that. That was a bad move. That was a good move. I end up losing the bishop. They had me running. So game was pretty even, and then they made this mistake. Their better move was to recapture a piece with the previous move. Okay. Made a good move there. Should have rebuilt the check. So I should have did that earlier. Check. There it was. That was a blunder. I was running low on time here, so I was rushing. Gotta get better at that. That was it. Timeout. So didn't win that one. I'm at 985 rating. We'll get there. We'll keep on learning, figuring out the London system and the different lines and finding the tactics. And I think that's, playing more, talking it out, helps. Hopefully you guys are learning something too as I'm doing this and seeing all my blunders and seeing what I could have done better during the game and seeing what happens if you don't find the tactics or the best moves. So thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next time.